today we are joined by Professor Thomas Holloway. He teaches finance at the University of Calgary.
The reality was it was very difficult to really provide feedback. So one idea I had is, okay, well, I'll anonymize a good report and a bad report, and I'll show you both of those, and then you can kind of see where you fit on the spectrum. And but anyway, then COVID comes along, and all of a sudden Kritik was put in front of me, and I realized, holy smokes, okay, this is the solution that I've been waiting for. Because first of all, if I assign, say, 3 or 4 or 5 projects per student for them to grade, first of all, they get to see 3 or 4 other projects. So even if they didn't do anything else, they at least get to anonymously see the work of others who worked on the same project that they worked on. And then even better, they get to lean into it and think, okay, well, what comments would I provide? What grades would I provide on this? And as we all know, those types of review exercises are that's almost like a higher level of thinking than doing the work in the first place. An interesting hack that I experienced, just exception management was, so I mentioned that we have the official grade coming from the TAs and then the kind of blended critic grade coming from a bunch of peer evaluations. Sometimes it's like the 11th hour and I'm like, oh crap, the TAs missed this project. So, and it's like too late or whatever, and I just want to get a quick grade so that I can move on. I do a regression between the TA grade and the critic grade, partly for my own calibration, but also that once I have the regression, I can actually just triangulate backwards. So if there happens to be a data gap and I don't have a TA grade, I just go to the critic grade and run it through the regression and so maybe I'm a nerd on stuff like this, but then it's like a close enough proxy for them to, move on and get their grade. Obviously I can take a quick look at the project myself, God forbid. But yeah, anyway, so this is the kind of thing where you actually have data available to work with, and it's believable. Like I've done that regression and you can see, okay, they're not calibrated perfectly with each other, but you can definitely see that there's a strong relationship. Both of those sets of readers are able to evaluate the good projects and the bad projects. When students go do something in the world, whether it's take a holiday or go for a dinner, they take a picture of it, they post it on Instagram. It's an interactive world for them, and they don't just put it up there to share. They also want to hear back the comments like, oh, that looks fun, or oh, thumbs up. Like that is just, you don't have to love it, but that's where our students' brains are, and frankly, many of us too. And really, this is just this Kritik is a piece of software that helped bring that home to their work at school. So I think we're just like finding our way into their conversation. So they don't just do a project anymore and hand it into the prof to have it blessed by the prof. They do a project and they share it with their group, in this case anonymously, and then they get thumbs up on it and they get meaningful comments. And so really it's I think a very good way to stay relevant generationally. But it's also supported by, how many educational psychologists do you have on staff, and like people who know more than us about pedagogy work for this company. So I think it's been fairly cleverly designed as a real workplace tool, as well as kind of feeling like the world which our students live in of like Instagram or TikTok.